Hello, everyone. It's nice to be back. We're coming from a very, very hot place today. It's sweltering outside, and it's only going to get worse. If you like the heat, you're going to like it the next couple of days. If you don't, you're not going to like it. It's good to be back. Just before we get started, I'll probably end up saying it a few times tonight. Over the next sort of 2 months, I'm probably only going to do a live stream chat every other Sunday. This is because it's summertime and there's normally lots of stuff going on. And also really it's because we normally talk about part works and figures and films and all that sort of stuff. We get a lot of films in the summer, but part works is sort of a dead space in summer. We don't get any releases and no new information tends to come out. And we also hit that lull period in the summer where most part works are on issue 20 or 30, right into that sort of, I would say, lull period, really, where we're in the build, but there's not a lot going on in any build whatsoever. You know, in all my builds, we're building the leg still for the Robocop. The next couple of boxes I get for the Alien build, it's going to be its hand. We're sort of at that sort of stage. You know, we're doing things like on the Disney Dollhouse, things like wallpaper and trimming, and there's not a lot going on. And no new part works come out in the summer, and nothing normally gets mentioned. So yeah. So that's why I thought I'd go every 2 weeks. Normally in the summer, what I tend to actually do is not do anything apart from a few part works videos here and there. I tend to go quite quiet, but I thought, no, I'll keep it going this summer. And I'm supposed to be going to a few places, but you never know, anything could happen at the minute. So yeah. Hi Jay, yeah, everything's well here. Hope you're all right. I know you said your flat was absolutely baking. Hi Barry, how's it going? Chris as well. Hi Chris. Kevin, do you know what happened with Eaglemoss? Yeah, this is a developing story. I don't know. I haven't spoken to my contact. I'm actually going to speak to him tomorrow and find out exactly what's happening. If anyone doesn't know, the phone lines aren't working, and the customer service pages of Eaglemoss have gone. I think there's only one up now. There used to be 3, obviously US, Europe, UK one, but they've all gone. So I don't know what's going on. I spoke to him the beginning of last week. He said everything there was a bit hectic, couldn't really speak, and it was just sort of a checking-in post. But I'm going to contact him Monday to find out exactly what's going on. So I should get some information on that. I'm loving the Titanic build I'm doing. Yeah, I see the Titanic build that's come along really well. I think some people are actually saying, I think the latest thing on there was the whistles, wasn't it? They're sort of there, but not very much coloured. They're behind stuff, but they weren't. There was a bit to and fro and go there. Hi John, how's it going? No new news on the Hogwarts Express. I'm still very, very hopeful that it's going to come out. But we will see. Like I said, in the summer, nothing happens. They all sort of have their holidays, I would think. So we don't get any new part works come out. Everything goes on a bit of a slow go. I would imagine stuff start picking back up again in September. At the end of August, I'm going to start doing this talk show back every week again. But yeah, we're at that sort of lull with all part works at the minute. Hi Carol, how's it going? Yeah, so that's where we are. I've got some stuff from Partwork Upgrades this week. The blueprints, they're wonderful. They're so good. If you haven't got any, go and get them. Go over there, get them. Ian's fantastic to talk to. Give him a chat as well. But I mean, look at these. These are, I mean, I'm going to display this not with my Partwork Enterprise, but with the model ships that they sell. I mean, look at that. That is like, and I mean, look at this. Look, I mean, they're so good. So impressed. Get yourself over to Partwork Upgrades because I tell you what, they're brilliant and they're great as gifts as well. So, but yeah, they will accommodate anything really, not just even your part works. Sort of even if you just like Star Wars, and you got things like that. I mean, yeah, and there's I think it's 3 for 2 as well. So yeah, there's some deals to have there. Go over and check them out. But yeah, these blueprints are absolutely fabulous. Flat is like a sweat box at the moment. Do you know what, Jake? It's only going to get worse. I keep regular eye on the weather. I'm a bit of a boffin like that, I suppose. And charts last week for this week coming. So the beginning of last week, or this week we've just finished, Monday, I should say. They were showing for this week 40, 41. The new charts they've just done is actually saying that Thursday is going to be, they reckon it's going to be like a red weather warning for heat. They're predicting 45. Even if it goes to 44 or 43, that's the hottest ever recorded, if it goes that hot. In Spain, they're expecting it to be 46, 48. It's going to be even hotter. If it gets up to those levels, once again, it's going to break records all over the place. But if it gets to what they're predicting, which is 44, 45, it will be the hottest it's ever been in the UK. I mean, it's mad. That is that is real heat. That is. Yeah, I don't mind it when you're away on holiday, but for some reason it's uncomfortable here in the UK. I don't know why. You know, I've been away abroad before, and it's really nice. You get your thing out. It looks like 44 out there, and it's nice. You're on the beach. It's just nice. I don't know whether you're just more calming, but 44 over here. Well, I mean, even 30, 35 or something is like, it's like hell, isn't it? It's like mega. But I don't know whether it's just because you're more relaxed on holiday. But yeah, but we'll get on this sort of lull period. I don't know. We've got Eaglemoss actually got I've got a blueprint for that. But hey, look at that. Right on cue. Eaglemoss is supposed to be releasing this. I don't know when, but they are. I will find everything out about Eaglemoss. Like I said, they've gone. Yeah, there's some reports saying, I don't know whether there was technical issues there and why it's all gone down, or whether they're having a bit of a change around, because it weren't long ago when they had a bit of a change around and they done the customer service things and then it went back again. But I know some people said they had trouble on the messenger and the phone lines. Well, the phone lines have gone down before, but they've actually taken off the customer service page for the UK and USA. I don't know whether they're consolidating it into one. I believe originally they'd done the separate one, so because the information was separate, if you know what I mean. So if they say there was a delay and it wasn't in the US, people weren't going to get confused because it was not on the US page. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna get in touch with my contact on Monday and just see what happens and see. I know everything's going fine. Because I've actually ordered a Star Trek ship. It's hopefully coming this week. So yeah, I don't think it's gone bust, John. No, they've got a lot of stuff still doing. They've got a lot of stuff in the mix. Like I said, they've got this coming out, so I know that they've already got all this started. So it's like I said, it's probably technical. It's probably nothing. But yeah, keep getting fobbed off. I know there's a lot of frustration at the minute in Eaglemoss. And when I spoke to my contact a while ago, they were well aware of you know, problems with deliveries, problems with you know what I mean. They were well aware of it, and problems with the build. With the enterprise build, and just problems in general, they are well aware. Just because they don't mention it, you know, doesn't mean anything. But no, I would imagine not. It's not gone bust. I ordered my stuff on Friday. It went through all right. I've already got my message from DPD saying it's going to be here tomorrow, so all is good on that front. But yeah, I know that they're very close to doing the Batmobile. but I won't be doing that one. My next, if I am doing a Batmobile, it's going to be the Tumbler from Hachette. I think it's the end. Like I said, I think it's the end. They said the end of this year, beginning of next. I'm hoping it's the beginning of next. The Alien will be finished by then. Robo is coming along really nicely now. So I've got up to issue 23, and I'm about 20 behind in France. This week coming, this Wednesday, I think their issue 45 comes out. So you know, it's only a couple of months away, and it's been out a year already. It's gone really quick, very, very quick. So yeah, but no, like I said, there's no problem there with Eaglemoss. I know that they're having a bit of a clear out. The only reason I know that is because obviously they've done quite big sales recently. So I know as well that they've got a lot of new stuff coming through. Last time I spoke to my contact, he said that there's going to be a lot of happy people with what they've got coming up. I know there's another part work coming out for Star Trek, but I can't tell you more than that. And I know that there's other part works coming out as well, but I haven't been told what they are or what. Just I was told that there's more part works coming out this year. So, and we're already in like July. So, yeah. I'm just waiting for the new Star Trek figures to come out. They're supposed to come out this month, but I don't know what. I've sort of done a ring round and messaged people to find out exactly when. So yeah, I also go on strike this month. So yeah, I'll have a bit more time on my hands. So if you don't know, Royal Mail managers are going on strike in July 20th. I think it's the 19th actually. Or is it? It's for 3 days. I know that. So yeah, but it's so warm here. It's just so warm. I hope it's not too warm wherever you are. I've got the sun here, which is behind some trees, but it is still gleaming. And the other side of the house is completely cool, but I'm at the wrong side. I'm totally at the wrong side here. But yeah, getting back on the Hogwarts Express, I don't really know what's happening with that. Like I said, my contact said it was still coming out, and weren't too sure. Alex Beard says that he spoke to them and they told him September. But all we can do is really wait for that. The only reason I can say it hasn't come out because when it did do when it came up for its test run, it did incredibly well. So the only thing I can think of why it's being postponed is due to licensing. But I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, my contact said it was still coming, and that was it. Other people have been told that it's not coming out, but that's like the sort of I say this, the sort of BS that they come out with. A lot of these companies do this, where they go, "No, it's not coming out." They said the same thing about the Eddie Stobart. I remember they said, "Oh, is it coming out?" And they went, "No, it's been cancelled," and then it came out. So, yeah, they are prone for that. Terminator was another one where it got test round, and then everyone was like, "Is it coming out?" And they went, "No, it's been completely cancelled," and then it came out. So yeah, it's just like a standard thing. If a lot of time it's on their system. If it's not, it's not. You have to speak to the right people, sort of in that sort of ring, if you know what I mean. Be fun tomorrow. I've got a long train journey. Yeah, I know that. I hope it goes all right. A lot of the new trains have got this really cool air conditioning system now, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm going out on Wednesday over to Aylesbury. I'm hoping that it's not too hot, but you know, it's. I say I'm hoping it's not going to be too hot. It is going to be absolutely sweltering. So I hope it's going to be not too bad. That's what I'm going to hope for. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. It's not going to be. I've done some videos as well. If you haven't seen, for part work upgrades, so keep an eye on their YouTube channel because I'm going to be appearing on there. I'm doing some product reviews for them. It looks really good, some of the stuff that they got. I mean, I'm absolutely blown away by these by these blueprints. I've got lots of them here. But I mean, these are good for even if you're not building the part work. So even if you're like, hang on a second, even if you like the Knight Rider but are not building the Knight Rider, I mean, that would go well with anything. The DeLorean one's really nice. They're all just so good, so well put together, and yeah, really nice. Should come to Cumbria. It's a bit cooler up here. I know. My brother-in-law lives in Norfolk, and he said it is quite warm, but with the sea breeze and everything off the Norfolk coast, it's quite nice up there. So maybe I should just go and live up him. It seems to be the central part of London. It gets hotter and hotter and hotter, doesn't it? I don't know what it is. Everyone, you would think places like Cornwall or Southend and all that sort of places would get very hot. No, bang, right in the centre of London would get the hottest. And that's basically where it gets real hot. And being in Hertfordshire as well, it's very warm up here. We're just surrounded by fields and stuff. So, but yeah, yeah. So what's everyone been doing? I see the camper van. There's a few people starting the camper van. Mark's one of them. And Jay said he's brushed off his camper van as well. So it's going to be like a camper van in holiday part work session. Yeah, I see that one. It's the VW camper from the Agostini. Not used to the heat. Been by the sea for 5 years. Much cooler. Yeah, much cooler. Evening, Mark. How's everything going there? You know, I constantly look on a Sunday. Just before my show, Mark's normally on, but sometimes you're not on, and I get a bit confused. I'm like, why isn't he on tonight? Is it Sunday? I've woken up a few times thinking it's a different day than it is. Hi, Penny. I'm so lucky today. I'm not on night. It's so much cooler. Having said that, the coach has aircon anyway. Yeah, a lot of the buses and coaches have aircon. Though I remember back in the day being on buses where the heating was stuck on and they couldn't turn it off. Yeah. I was told conflicting news on the Hogwarts first, so that shut me up. What was that about then? You have to let me know what that is. I'm waiting. Iron Man Pack 20. Yeah, the Iron Man should be coming to the end now, or very close to it. I know in France and places like that, they're just finishing up on the damaged sections. I mean, they look good, but it's whether or not you're going to display it like that. Yeah. Hogcliffs. Is that right? I'm butchering that, ain't I? Sorry. It is doing the camper. Also, I'm not doing it, just checking if survived the move. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, been really busy today. I understand that. Next week, I am at St. Albans Comic-Con next week. So I won't be doing a live chat stream like this, but I will be streaming live on YouTube from there. So, and then I'll be doing a little video to do later on about what's there. But I love doing the smaller Comic-Cons over the bigger ones. Just that I think they've just become, the bigger ones have just become far too popular, and it's just overshadows everything, and it's all about money now. And that's why I like the smaller ones. They're more intimate, run by fans as well, not worried about the money, just worried about having a good time, and that's what I like. Oh yeah, the old days of cold heating in the winter and full blast heat in the summer. Yeah. I remember many years ago getting on a bus, and it was like a hot summer's day, and it had the heating on full blast, all the windows open, but the heating on full blast. And then you would ask the driver, and he said, "Yeah, you can't turn it off. It's on full blast," and there's no way of turning it on. I won't be doing the damaged version. I'm not really getting it. I mean, it's a good thing, if you collect things like Hot Toys and stuff like that, they always come with sort of damaged parts as well. And I remember having an Iron Man with damaged parts, but I never used them, not once, because you find your figure, you want it in a nice clean thing, you sort of pose it, and yeah, so you sort of pose it and leave it as that. You don't really do it damaged, right? I know lots of people who collect Hot Toys and they change their position every couple of months and they swap bits out. I wouldn't be doing that. But no, is that the last pack as well you're waiting for? Because it must be nearing the end now. Is everyone back on track as well with the was it the kit? Yeah, the Knight Rider. I know a lot of people were saying that they'd been postponed or something, the latest sort of pack, but I'm not too sure on that. I see that Mr. Fusion has done some really good mods for that as well, actually, for that car. And if you hadn't seen already, I was down at my local town and they held this sort of it's called Heroes and Villains, and they had the cars down there, and I took some really good photos and some video of the Knight Rider as well as the Batmobile as well that was down there. They're on my Facebook channel, so you can go look on my Facebook page, and they're on there. And it was just, yeah, it's just like a random thing that they did. But yeah, all good fun. But the kit was quite good. It was all kitted out, funnily enough, just like him. It was talking, it had the dash, the exact same dash as well. I took some really good close photos of that. And it's also been signed by David Hasselhoff on the dashboard. So that was pretty cool. And the Batmobile, when we were down there, started up. I've got the video of it being started and the flames coming out the back, which is really cool. Looking forward to the door challenge on the Disney Dollhouse this week. Oh yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It's I've seen the two Japanese YouTubers doing it, and yeah, it doesn't look easy at all. You sort of the frame has to be sandwiched, doesn't it? Sort of between, and then you have to sort of hook the door. Oh, it looks, yeah, and also as well, I think a lot of people don't realise you have to build the door as well. So when someone says, "What do you mean build the door?" So all the little detail on the door, the wood pieces, and I think Mickey Mouse's room has got the panels. So you have to put the panels in, and the Frozen side has got wood panel design. You have to put all that in, as well as trying to push these two bits together. It's yeah, it's going to be a fun video. That yeah. Barry, Knight Rider looks back on track. Pack 6 was late by a few weeks, but Pack 7 is due to be posted any day. Cool. So they're back on track now. Yeah, I know that there was sort of delays in that, but that's understandable. You know, there's a lot of delays at the minute still, even this far gone. But yeah, I know there was a few delays. It's great it's back on track now, so everyone can sort of get back on that. But I don't know, Barry, if you've seen you on Facebook, you on the Nexus Facebook, you can see the video that I took of Kit. And I think there's a few photos on there as well. But I did some really close-up ones on the dash, the center column. In this car, I don't know what sort of, it looked well done. And like I said, it was talking and everything. So yeah, it looked okay. But go and check them out. Go and check the videos out. They were really cool. And they had a few people dressed up down there as well, which is cool. Mickey's door has panels and Frozen side to be good to get it done. Roll on the basement. Yeah, so I think it's after this week's, after this week, next week, it's a lot of the basement build for the Disney Dollhouse. So yeah, it's a lot of wooden slats in that. So yeah, I think you build in the basement area, and then I think you start building upwards. But yeah, I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know if you do them separate, because the girl in Japan looks like she's done. It looks like all the levels get done separate before you plonk them on. So you sort of build the floor, and then once the finished floor is done, that's when you place it on top. So you would need quite a bit of room, I think, to do everything. And I mean, it is sitting over here. I'll just turn over. It's just sitting there. Like you can see it just there. Obviously that's not his final resting place, let me tell you. And yeah, obviously you got the Terminator, alien leg. But yeah, have you seen the videos of the alien? It's actually held up really well. I mean, I haven't moved it, but it's holding up quite well. It's a solid piece, I tell you. Absolute beast of a piece, that. But I'm hopefully to get back on that next couple of weeks. Some more issues coming, and that will then. I'm hoping that takes me up to issue 50, and then I will order some more RoboCop, which I'm still producing. I've still done the videos. They're on YouTube, ready to come out, and I'll just release one once a week. But yeah, we're still building the leg on that one. I think in France, I think they finished the right leg, left leg that I'm doing. They're on the right one. I think they're actually on the panel that opens to reveal his gun. I think that's what they're building now as well. So it won't be long, and I'll be there as well. I'll be there. So yeah, all good, all good. But yeah, it will look. Yeah, it's going to look. Yes, it's weird, that basement as well, Jay, because it's only half of the bottom house. So the bit where Mickey is, the bit that we're going to be building after this week's issue, is empty space. It's basically just a lot of slats in there, and it's basically the basement area is from where the opening is, where you walk downstairs in the frozen room. From there, that's like the back wall of it, all the way along through to the kitchen area. So it's like a short part. It's very small. And it looks like they're doing, is it a Chippendale room or a Chippendale sort of great, like, I don't know what it is. What is this? A tree house. That was it. A Chippendale tree house as well. So, you know, when we were talking about the Disney Dollhouse being 80 issues and we're like, oh, what could those 80 issues be? Well, it turns out it's not just the winter and the summer stuff, but you're also getting extra stuff for a room in the basement, and you're also getting Chippendale's treehouse as well. And I did see that video, Jay, that you did on the Model Builders site, and you're right. They could just do everything for this house, couldn't they? You could get really silly with it. So you know, you could get bits to design different rooms, couldn't you? You know, it's sort of like where does it stop? You know, to do a Star Wars theme, or it's all Disney now. Yeah, like you were saying, you know, you've got Star Wars and you've got the Marvel and all of that. So yeah, where does it stop? Could they extend it? Could they put more rooms onto the house? Yeah, it just gets a bit silly. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing the extension. Well, I'm definitely not doing the extension. There's no point. There's no point. And effectively, it's like an extra. It's an extra part work, isn't it? 80 issues. It's effectively an extra, nearly another 2 years. So yeah, new. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the bum, but it's going to be an interesting one. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm not even here Wednesday as well, so that video won't get put on until Thursday. So unless they have it on Tuesday, if I have it Tuesday, it'll come out on Tuesday. But Wednesday I'm out all day, so I won't be doing it Wednesday when we come back. Pooh's Basement, the 80 issues we built, a housing estate. Be call for a tree house. I'll have another video in a few weeks of extension 124 and 126. Is that the last extension that you're getting, Jay? I remember you said you've ordered some, but you weren't going to get the whole lot. But it's not also about the things like the summer camper van that you get for it, the coffee place, or the tree house, it comes apart about space. I mean, it's going to have a base bit around it, yep, but these parts aren't supposed to go on that base. So where do these parts go when you display it? You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people who are building it are tight on space, and we're not, but you know what I mean? It comes to a point where it's a bit like, well, you know, where do we put this now? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's got to be a bits about it as well. And the tree house would have to sit at the front because the back is just completely plain and there's no back door or anything like that. So you couldn't have a garden in the back of it. It's mainly supposed to be displayed from the front, not the back or the sides. Hence why the panels come off the front and not the back. And why there isn't a back door, and why it's just sort of the wallpaper design at the back of the house over the plastic coving that you get to the front. So yeah, I got the first 6 to see what it was like. Oh right, okay. It looks okay, but like I said, I think they sell a lot of the Christmas bits sort of in the Christmas shops and everything anyway for the dollhouse sort of size. So I think it's easy enough to come up with stuff for it. So, and then there's, you know, it's easy enough to come across stuff. I'm still trying to juggle about the figurines for it. I know I was going to get some of the Funko Pops, which is still my main go-to for it, just because they look a little bit better with it. But I'm going to see what's out there at the time. But you know, we've still got a long way to go. I mean, a long way. So we'll think about that nearer the time. But yeah, but with the part works coming out at the end of the year, we know we're getting the tumbler. That we do know because Hachette had already mentioned that. I'm hoping that we get the Hogwarts Express. That's what I'm hoping. And yeah, the King Tiger tank, that might come out as well. That was tested last year. I think it was September time, so that could be one that comes out. We're still waiting for the Starsky and Hutch to be released. We're still waiting for the Alien. I think that's going to be released maybe the end of the year, maybe next year. RoboCop as well. But if it does get released next year, it'll be finished or nearabouts. I think they're on issues coming up for issue 70 now, and it's only 100 issues. So yeah. Chris, hi Kev. Can you tell us when you find out about Eaglemoss? I will. Yeah. I'm sure that I'm still pretty certain that it's there's a problem with their computer system. I still think it's like a glitch or something's happened. But if I find out anything, I will let everyone know. Is it specifically you want anything to know about, Chris? We know that we're waiting for issue one box. I should say issue one box of that one. I want to just show people because these are so cool. I think that everyone's waiting for the last pack, isn't they, for this to complete it with all the sort of the gibble on the top here. So yeah, I know that there was a delay in getting that. I don't think anyone's had a delay with the DeLorean. I'm not too sure if Mark had. And we also obviously we also know that there's delays with the Enterprise stuff, but now it's not there anymore, sort of thing. I don't know how they going to tell everyone. I know that they've done a newsletter. They were setting up a new newsletter, and they said this is a thing. They did say that they were going to do a newsletter every month to subscribers on the Enterprise build, and they did it for I think they did it for the first 2 or 3 months, and then they stopped. I don't know why. I know maybe it's to staffing levels. I don't know. Maybe they haven't got as many staff now. I know that they don't do the magazines for a lot of their ships and sci-fi vehicles and things like that anymore. They stopped all that, and I know that they said that they're seriously considering not doing, especially with, I think it was with the, actually I think it was with, I should really sort them out. With this, I think they're really considering doing just a digital download for the issues instead of you just, in the post, you just get your parts, you don't get any magazine. And I think they're just doing, they just want this to be sort of online instructions. Now that's good, but only works if you can access them, and if they keep it up to date. Because I know Agora suffered a few problems when they were posting out parts, but the online instructions hadn't been updated. So I know Agora had that problem. DeAgostini also suffered with that problem as well, and that is why they stopped. And that's why they stopped doing it. So yeah, but I will tell you. But if, like I said, if there's anything specific you want to know, then drop me a message on through Facebook, and I'll tell you. If I can find specific information out for you. Think that if the Hogwarts Express was going to happen, it would have been done by now. Sadly, I think you may be correct in that. It's a really strange one, because I know that when it came out, and we were all very high on it, and we went to Hachette. I went to him and spoke to my contact. He said it was outperforming the other one they had on the test run at the time. That was Eddie Stobart. So it's a really surprising thing. Not only that as well, Eddie Stobart and the Routemaster are sort of very UK Pacific. They couldn't. This is why they don't send it out anywhere else, because you know the Routemaster is very UK iconic, and it wouldn't sell well as if another sort of thing. It's the same with the Eddie Stobart truck. It's a well-known place here, and it does have fans worldwide, but it's less so, if you know what I mean. Where the Hogwarts Express is a global thing and would have been really good. But you may be right. I'm still hopeful, and my contact said it was still coming, but that was back in about, what was that, back in March, April time. A lot has changed since then, and I haven't contacted them since. No need to, because I'm sort of getting stuff now. So everything seems to be running the normal Hachette wise. But yeah, it's worth trying to message maybe. No, not really. Just need to know what's happening as I'm waiting for issue 20. Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting for certain issues for the Enterprise build, and I know that they were just waiting for stock to come in. And I think a lot of people were stuck, weren't they? I don't know if it was on 20, but I'm not too sure. Yeah. I agree with you over the Eddie Stobart, but the Routemaster is as global as anything. It's an international known brand. In fact, Americans think we still use them. Yeah. In regards to Americans with the UK, yeah. Yeah, but I don't like, it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's, you know, why... It'd be worth asking Agora actually how well it's performing elsewhere. I think it's doing pretty well here in the UK, but when once again we've built this, but I don't know. I know there's a global thing, and I know that most bus enthusiasts around the world would love a Routemaster build. But in terms of other things, I think it's not. If you know what I mean, it does have it's the same as a yellow cab from America, and our black cabs and all that sort of stuff. It is well known, but it's whether or not it's well known for people to build it, sort of thing. You know, I'm wondering whether they would choose it over something else, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the Eddie Stobart, a lot of people, if you say people in France and Germany, they don't know who Eddie Stobart is. Though it has like a international and a global reach, it's a very niche thing. So it's just strange that they went for the Eddie Stobart and the Hogwarts Express, and the Hogwarts Express was doing better, and then they chose they went with the Eddie Stobart. There's no diss on the Eddie Stobart at all, but I'm just wondering why. The last time this like I said, the last time this happened, where it was going to get released and it went over, was with the Terminator, and then it came out afterwards that it was all due to licensing, and that's what stopped it. So maybe that's what's stopping it this time. I don't know. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's unknown, but as a collector, it's non-inferior. Yeah, it's interesting. But yes, because Hachette, they do build, say like the Alien and stuff like that. They'll offer those worldwide, or at least in Europe and the UK. But they haven't done that with the Route Master. They only offered it here to the UK, and I'm wondering whether or not it was the case because it's not as popular. But yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from, Penny, and I know exactly where I'm coming from as well. It's a sort of a yeah. I'm just trying to figure out why maybe they chose the Eddie Stobart. Mate, you got to also think. I think a lot of times they do pick these models, and eventually when they say, okay, we'll see how that goes. I think most of the time they eventually come out. Though saying that, we've had the Moonlander that was supposed to come out. That was a really good one. That would have been a really good build. I think that's been tested a couple of times. It's never got past the test stage. And then we've had the International Space Station as well. That was another one. The ISS was previewed over in Italy, I think. And then nothing ever came of it. But saying that, the fire engine, that originally came out in Italy. It was a long time ago, a very long time ago. It came out in Italy, and obviously Agora have picked up. So there's maybe Agora will pick up some of these other ones maybe as well. The only gripe with Eddie is slow build and not really value for money. Very stretched out. A fair few people have stopped it. Yeah, you must have seen the videos that I was doing with Robocop. I mean, that is stretched. Very stretched. It's only 100 issues, but yeah, it's stretched out. I think one of the parts was just 2 bits. I think one of the parts was 2 panels that you just push into the leg. I've done a video on that. But it was just two panels on the thigh. Sorry, not the thigh, the calf, on the back of the calf. So where you screw it in, the following issues, you get these 2 panels. And you put the panels in, they push fit panels, that's it. Though I've also seen the Iron Man, and actually it's built the same, and the contents of it is also the same. So, yeah. Yeah. I'd love to have, you say that, but I think we get even though we don't get, sometimes I think the issues are not content heavy. I find that the parts that we get and what we have to do in each issue over, say, the Dodge Charger or the Robocop or even the Alien, and that's the Disney Dollhouse. I have to say that the parts that you get and how big it is already, and what you have to do. I mean, this week is a little bit of an exception, I think. So this week we built 1 wall panel and then stuck the 3 in. That was a very quick job. But I think in terms of other things, when we got like you get 2 panels to put on the Robocop over, we build a panel and then put 3 in. It's it overshadows it, doesn't it? Obviously. Space Station was France, and hopefully but nothing's been said about it. It's been very quiet. It's also worth noting as well, Jay, that the Thanos glove was pulled, and they're thinking now it's going to get a re-release in August. So if people don't know, the Thanos glove came out, the Infinity Gauntlet. They done 3 issues, so it went from test run to full run in the 12-month window. Subscribers obviously over there get theirs before newsagents. So subscribers got the first 2 issues. I think they got the 3rd issue as well. And then people were complaining about the finish, so the decor finish on the hand, and the fact that some parts weren't magnetized and the electrics weren't working in one of the stones. D'Agostini looked at it and then pulled it and said that they were going. It was a problem within the manufacturing process, and they are going to reschedule its release. That was in June, the start of June, and they think it's going to be re-released in August, but no one knows. Yeah, I've never known it to happen before. No one ever does, but yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that. It's interesting. As I'm happy with the Eddie Stobart. I loved it and think it's great value. Having said that, we have wheels next, which isn't my favourite part. Yeah, because I say to Jade, it's the heating process. I always stuck a hairdryer when I did it for the what was the one for? It was the Routemaster actually, and the original GT 500. We used a hairdryer to heat it. It was better than the water, and you heat it for a few minutes with the hairdryer in the circular motion, and it does just pop on. But they are prone to warping. But yeah, it's yeah. We are on issue 42 and 43. It's wheel arches. Then 44 and 48 are wheel rims and tires. Yeah. It's a slow process as well on the Dodge Charger. So we've got the leaf spring back leaf spring for the suspension on the back, and I'd done issue 40, issue 37, I think it was. Issue 38 is just the same for the other side. I didn't want to do one video for one side and then another video the exact same, so I'm actually going to skip that, and then when I do this week's issue, I would then say the following week's one was exactly the same. So if you need to know how to do that, follow the last week's video. Hi Ian, how's it all going? It's nice to have you here. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Just going to say that I'm going to email them to you. I think when you put it, when I posted it through Messenger, the quality goes. So once I've done the editing on the other two videos, I'll send you them all over via email. It'll be better. I think that will work a lot better for you. I don't have the wheels because they are too simple and frankly quite boring. Of course, yeah. I've got 14 wheels and tyres on the Eddie Start. Yeah, you've got a lot there. I know someone said, it was already mentioned, so I don't know why someone put it, but they said that the sides of the trailer are curtain. We know that they're curtains, but I think that it's a material, but I don't think it has the ability to open and close. And the only reason I say that is because it's got the plastic clip. So if you ever worked in haulage, you will know that the curtain comes over. It's like a big, like sort of material sort of stuff, but it has a pole on it. You clip the pole in, you pull a little lever that tightens it, and then those clips you have to go around clipping every single one. I don't think you're going to do that on the vehicle itself. I think it's going to have that sort of the material to make it look like a curtain, but you won't be able to sort of pull it backwards and forwards. It will be sort of the material, but it won't be movable. I know the back door is open, so, but yeah, I think that's already been explained, but someone put it on the Facebook group, so I weren't too sure if something had been said. So big thumbs up, Kev. Looking forward to him. Cool. And we'll talk during the week as well, Ian. If you want any different sort of style ones doing as well, I'm very happy to do that. I'm very happy. Yeah, 14. The tyres are the tedious thing. But yeah, it's the same with the Dodge Charger. I think one of the issues you get one tyre, and then the other issue you get the other tyre. At least when we get these two tyres on the Dodge Charger, that's it. The sort of the underneath and the base of the car is done. Hooray! I hear a lot of people say. Oh, is it? I thought it was actually going to be material. It's like the material that they use on the actual side curtains are. It's a sort of tough vinyl, isn't it? I know it can rip. I know that much. But yeah, I don't know. Someone put that on one of the groups, and I weren't too sure why. I think we knew it was going to be a curtain side, but are you thinking it's going to be like a plastic like a plastic panel, because I don't know. I think it might be a material. I think it might be a material side, but I don't see it. You know what I mean? I guarantee it's not going to be removable. It'll be a material that you put up, I would imagine, and you sort of stretch. But I don't see you be able. It'd be interesting to see if anything, if anyone can make like a mod for that, so they can actually make it so it's proper. But the problem is those clips, because like I said, in the real lorry, you'd have to go around. You have to clip all of the Jubilee clips all the way around, pull the ratchet down, next one. Sometimes you'd have 20 on each side. You could do them really quickly, but I mean, on the model, it's going to be a very difficult thing to do. Loving the show, Kev. Nice to be actually able to catch it live, but now I'm going to lock mode. Get ready for that. Right, good luck then, Penny. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a curtain side or not, but I think it might be worth talking to someone who does mods. They might be able to mod one that actually works on the sides of it, but it all depends. If, like you were saying, Jay, it might be plastic, and that might be because it needs that stability for the roof and for the bottom base of it as well to make it more stable. I'm wondering if it doesn't have it, it could be very wobbly. But I'm sure we'll see it all once it all comes together. It's probably, I don't know how long away that is. And it's also going to be interesting, I think, as well, if it's a material, because that would be one issue. But if it's a plastic side, is that going to come in 2 or 3 pieces that you screw in from the inside? Interesting. Yep, just tap that tick. It does nothing for anybody except help the channel. That's all it does. Yes, Penny, yeah. Thumbs up, comment, peeps. Like that. But yeah, the curtain, it'd be interesting. Like I said, I am very certain that there might be a mod or a way of getting that material to go on the side. It'll be very interesting to see if someone can get the Eddie Stobart logo printed on a material like that. But we'll have to see how it comes. So yeah, it'll be interesting watching the videos. But look, I've been Kev, you've been you, and I will be back this week with some videos. I've got Robocop build, I've got Dodge Charger, I've got the Disney Dollhouse. I keep looking over it because it's there. I keep looking over there. I've got that. I've also got some Hot Toys Cos Baby stuff that I reviewed. That's coming up. I think that's coming out on Monday. And then I probably might have some more videos at the end of the week. I don't know yet. It depends how busy I am and everything else. But yeah, there's some. Don't worry, there's videos coming out all this week, like always. But look, once again, you have been great. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just going to do these last few here. Trailer's about 97 minutes long, I think. Yeah, it's a big old thing. It's going to be interesting. Night, everyone. Thank you for coming. But yeah, I'm going to be off now. Enjoy the rest of what's left of the sunny day. It's gone a bit quiet at the minute. But look, go and enjoy yourself. Don't get sunburnt, whatever you do. Make sure you cover up. I will catch you during the week. Like I said, next Sunday, I will be live streaming during the day. So not around this time, probably a lot earlier, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, maybe lunchtime is. From St Albans Comic Con, and we'll show you all there. There's going to be loads of pictures. I'm going to take loads of pictures. Then there's going to be like a roundup video that I'm going to produce anyway for the following week. But I hope to catch you some then. Now, make sure you click the bell. Make sure that you get the notifications come through, because I will be just streaming whenever. So yeah, look forward to that. But I'm going to see how well that does there with Wi-Fi or the my data. It could all be a disaster, but we'll find out on the day. But look, go and enjoy yourself. I've been Kev, you've been you, and we'll see you at next video. Take it easy, guys.